Why is it called a double-edged sword? The phrase double-edged sword is a metaphor used to describe something that has both positive and negative consequences. It originates from the physical characteristics of a sword with two sharp edges, which can cut in both directions, potentially causing harm to both the wielder and the opponent. Here's a detailed explanation of why it's called a double-edged sword. Etymology and origin. Literal meaning. A double-edged sword is a weapon with two sharp edges, as opposed to a single-edged sword which has only one sharpened side. This design allows the sword to cut effectively from both sides, making it a versatile weapon in combat. Metaphorical use. The metaphorical use of double-edged sword leverages the literal characteristics of the weapon to describe situations, decisions, or tools that have both beneficial and detrimental effects. The term suggests that while something may have advantages, it also carries inherent risks or downsides. Characteristics of a double-edged sword. Two sharp edges. A double-edged sword has two equally sharp edges, making it capable of cutting in both directions. This feature makes it more dangerous and effective in combat but also increases the risk of accidental injury to the wielder. Versatility in combat. Historically, double-edged swords were valued for their versatility and effectiveness in combat. They allowed for a greater range of motion and striking capabilities, enhancing a warrior's offensive and defensive maneuvers. Increased risk. The increased risk associated with handling a double-edged sword mirrors the metaphorical use. Just as the sword can harm both the opponent and the user, situations described as double-edged swords can lead to both positive outcomes and unintended negative consequences. Historical and cultural significance. Historical usage. Double-edged swords have been used throughout history by various cultures, including the Roman gladius, the medieval European longsword, and the Japanese katana. These weapons were prized for their balance, strength, and effectiveness in battle. Cultural metaphors. The metaphor of the double-edged sword has been used in literature, philosophy, and everyday language to convey the dual nature of many tools, decisions, and technologies. It highlights the complexity of situations where benefits are accompanied by potential harm. Modern context and examples. Technology. Internet. The Internet is often described as a double-edged sword. While it provides vast amounts of information, connectivity, and opportunities for communication, it also poses risks such as privacy breaches, misinformation, and cyberbullying. Social media. Social media platforms offer numerous benefits, including social connectivity, information sharing, and entertainment. However, they also contribute to issues like addiction, mental health problems, and the spread of false information. Medical advancements. Antibiotics. Antibiotics revolutionized medicine by effectively treating bacterial infections. However, their overuse and misuse have led to the development of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, posing significant public health risks. Medical technology. Advances in medical technology, such as imaging and surgical tools, have improved diagnostic and treatment capabilities. Nonetheless, these technologies can also lead to overdiagnosis, high costs, and ethical concerns. Economic policies. Globalization. Globalization has led to economic growth, increased trade, and cultural exchange. At the same time, it has caused job displacement, economic inequality, and cultural homogenization. Tax cuts. Tax cuts can stimulate economic growth by increasing disposable income and encouraging investment. However, they can also lead to reduced government revenue, budget deficits, and cuts in public services. Environmental policies. Renewable energy. The adoption of renewable energy sources reduces dependence on fossil fuels and mitigates climate change. However, the production and disposal of renewable energy technology, such as solar panels and wind turbines, can have environmental impacts. Symbolism and perception. Balance of pros and cons. The double-edged sword metaphor emphasizes the need to weigh the pros and cons of any situation, decision, or tool. It encourages careful consideration of potential benefits and risks. Awareness of consequences. Understanding the double-edged nature of certain actions and technologies fosters awareness of their broader consequences. It promotes a more nuanced approach to decision-making and problem-solving. Caution and prudence. The metaphor serves as a reminder to exercise caution and prudence. It suggests that while pursuing certain advantages, one should remain mindful of possible negative repercussions. Psychological and philosophical implications. Human ambivalence. The concept of the double-edged sword reflects the ambivalence inherent in many human experiences. It acknowledges that most choices and tools come with inherent trade-offs and complexities. Moral and ethical dilemmas. The metaphor often appears in discussions of moral and ethical dilemmas, where actions intended to achieve good outcomes may also lead to unintended negative consequences. Personal growth and challenges. On a personal level, the double-edged sword metaphor can relate to life challenges and opportunities. For example, taking on a demanding job may lead to career advancement but also increase stress and reduce personal time. Case studies and real-life examples. Nuclear energy. Pros. Nuclear energy provides a low-carbon alternative to fossil fuels, contributing to efforts to mitigate climate change. Cons. It carries risks such as nuclear accidents, radioactive waste disposal, and potential for nuclear proliferation. Artificial intelligence. Pros. AI enhances efficiency, innovation, and decision-making across various industries. Cons. It raises ethical concerns, risks of job displacement, and potential misuse in surveillance and autonomous weapons. Social policies. Welfare programs. Social welfare programs provide essential support to vulnerable populations, reducing poverty and inequality. Dependency. However, they can also create dependency and disincentivize work, leading to debates about the balance between support and self-sufficiency. In summary, the phrase double-edged sword originates from the physical characteristics of a weapon with two sharp edges, symbolizing something that has both positive and negative consequences. This metaphor emphasizes the need to consider both the benefits and risks of any situation, decision, or technology. It appears in various contexts, from technology and medical advancements to economic and social policies, highlighting the complexities and trade-offs inherent in many aspects of life. Understanding the double-edged nature of certain actions and tools fosters awareness, caution, and a balanced approach to decision-making. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe.